So Bridgewater-Raynham is expected to be one of the strong teams in the state, but they haven't. Their record doesn't really show it. But they're a much better team than 1-2 would indicate, and they're taking on the undefeated Whalers.
Yeah, well, Bridgewater-Raynham, it's been kind of a tough start to the season. Like you said, they've lost 2 of their games, but they've been playing without 2 of their top running backs. Brandon Gallagher, he's actually out with a broken ankle, and they also lost Isaiah Bell to a calf injury. So those 2 guys, not having them has been, kind of a huge, like hole in the backfield for the Trojans.
That probably affects everything if they want to do offensively.
Well, yeah, and Gallagher, I mean, he's one of these like players that's Boston Globe, Boston Herald, All-Star. I think he's Brockton Enterprise, All-Scholastic. He's a kid that gets all the accolades because I mean he's a beast. And to not have him has been a huge kind of problem that they've had to overcome. But Bridgewater-Raynham's coming off a loss to Xaverian, which is the top-ranked team in the entire state. So they're facing tough competition, so you look at 1-2, but when you see who they're actually playing, it's no easy game for Bridgewater-Raynham. And they're coming to see a New Bedford team that's undefeated, 2-0. In the first 2 games, the Whalers have scored 106 points. I don't know if anybody would have predicted that.
I mean, we knew there was going to be some changes, some different philosophies, but it seems to be working. Everything's clicking.
On the downside, though, for New Bedford, they've given up 78 points in those first 2 games combined. So there's lots of offense, not too much defense going on, but they are coming off the bye, the Whalers, so maybe they worked a little bit on their defense, maybe the last week and a half. Chandler DeBras, he has 4 rushing touchdowns this season, and he also has thrown for 5 touchdowns. So he's the focal point. I mean, I think almost every Friday when they've played, we find out what Chandler's done to see if he's, the MVP of the day, and usually there's not too many people that can kind of match him for what he's going to do.
And he's my high school fantasy quarterback, so.
You had the first pick in the overall draft over here, so. But it should be.
No, you always go running back first pick. I would have picked Matt Michael.
So yeah, that is true. That is true. But I guess he would have been the first quarterback taken then. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But it should be.
No offense to anybody else.
It should be a good game at New Bedford High. I know they have a long-time rivalry. And really, I think New Bedford, they'll face a big test. Even like we said, Bridgewater-Raynham only has the 1 win, but they're always strong year in and year out. So.
And people right now are watching this wondering, is it true? Do they really have a high school fantasy football league amongst the Standard Times
I
writers?
wish. I think it would be fun.
I was going to say, if you want to find out, tweet us at SC_varsity, which is where you could tweet us during the game and follow along with everything that's going on as well.
And let us know who your first round pick would be.
Right. Who would you take if you had the top overall pick?